social media through the social universe, and in many cases, you learn the secrets of the universe itself. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about on our show today is how to get the word out about health, and in particular relating to your feet. So make sure you stay tuned with that. In the meantime, we want to say thanks to our advertisers out there. Our main advertiser that we love to highlight is Crescendo, who provides phone systems for business owners and those who might want to SOHO, in other words, might be working out of your home or might have a small business, or all the way up to large enterprise businesses. Also, a special that they're still allowing us to run, we actually have up to 8 websites that we can give away to somebody who actually needs websites. So make sure you call us at 480-296-1776. These are customized websites. These are not template websites that you might get on a GoDaddy overnight program. These are actual $2,500 to $3,500 websites. So keep that in mind if you want to give us a call at 480-296-1776. It does not include hosting, but it does include the development of a customized website. And you also have to act within the next 10 days or else this offer falls off. So we appreciate Crescendo for offering that to our business owner listeners out there. And also we want to say thanks to Planet Beach for providing us some wonderful healthy solutions and to be able to give us unlimited spa treatment. You also don't have to be a talk show host in order to get unlimited spa treatments. You can go into Planet Beach on 59th Avenue in Behrend and get some wonderful treatment yourself on an unlimited basis. And we also want to say thank you to Glendale Flowers, who is also a sponsor of ours on 59th Avenue, a little bit south of, actually quite a bit south, on approximately Glendale and 59th Avenue, for any of you who are local to Phoenix area. So we are joined today by one of our clients who is Foot Solutions. Foot Solutions has many franchises across the United States, but in particular, my favorite one is located out on the I-10 and Pebble Creek Parkway, just north of there. The exact address is 1981 North Pebble Creek Parkway, Suite C5, if you want to get exact. But I want to introduce our franchise owners, Art and Linnell Reynolds of Foot Solutions. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you, Kurt.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. We're in Goodyear.
Oh, in Goodyear, yes, thank you. We gotta have a city. Might be helpful. Phoenix area, but in Goodyear proper. So if you took the 59th Avenue almost to the 303, but get off on Pebble Creek Parkway exit and then go north on is it Estrella Park? No, it's south of Estrella Parkway. It's kind of what the two, if you took Estrella Parkway south all the way to the north, then
For
it
a couple
would
blocks.
couple blocks.
Store.
There we go. All right, sounds good.
2 blocks north of McDowell.
2 blocks north of McDowell, and if you go into Google Maps and type in Foot Solutions, you'll find it as well. Or you can go to the website, which is www.footsolutions.com/Goodyear. Put the little dash in, and then Arizona.com. So again, thank you for joining us on the show. There's some things that make Foot Solutions unique. It isn't just another shoe store, and the first reason it's not another shoe store, and what makes it unique from any other Foot Solutions is actually Art and Linnell themselves. In particular, Art, who has a lot of background in shoes. But Art, tell us a little bit about your background in shoes and why somebody should be asking you questions and feeling confident about your answers.
Well, for 25 years, I was just a retail shoe person.
Okay, great.
A lot of different background in the retail shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And for the past 10 years, I've been in the podorthic. And I am now a certified podorthist.
Okay, very good. So a certified podorthist,
Yes.
As opposed to a podiatrist, those are two fancy words. Tell us the difference between the two and what makes them both unique.
Usually the easiest way to explain it is the podiatrist is the doctor. The podorthist is his pharmacist.
Very good.
Okay, that's usually the easiest way to do it.
But the difference is you don't have to have a podiatrist prescription in order to come in and get some recommendations from a
Absolutely
podorthist.
not, no.
Okay, very good. And so you can make those recommendations. And just so you know, both of my sons are clients, patients, or whatever the proper term is. They utilize Foot Solutions shoes, and they also utilize Foot Solutions orthotics and supports. So it has really been a world of difference. You should see the glow in my son's eyes as they as they get their orthotics. It makes a huge difference. One of them runs cross country and would not have been able to do that without Foot Solutions. So my thanks go out to you as well.
Yes, that's, the whole goal is to try to run pain-free and injury-free. That's the whole thing, pain-free and injury-free as much as possible.
Absolutely. Now, when I was a child, I grew up on a farm and a ranch, and you know, we ran Footloose and Fancy Free, and then one of the cool things that we thought we could work, or if we worked our way up to, we had what we called Tough Feet, and that was as diametrically opposed to a tenderfoot, it was embarrassing to be a tenderfoot because you couldn't run around in bare feet. What were we doing wrong when we were kids trying to be tough and show that we could walk around in the bullthorns with with tough
Besides
feet?
being tough?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Basically, the human foot was meant to walk on soft sand, grass, rolling terrain and stuff, and that's what made the foot action come about. But we don't walk on that anymore.
Sure.
Okay. Hard concrete, asphalt, even carpet in the house is no replacement for something like soft sand coming up underneath your foot. That's what tells the arch in the foot how to mechanically work. And now we basically don't have anything telling the foot how to work. And that's what's causing a lot of our issues. That's why an insert or an arch support is so important, because now there's the device telling the foot how to mechanically work the correct way that nature made it.
And to put it in maybe an analogy format, it's like having a major smart computer that you have, and all you're doing is using it for WordPress. Pretty soon, you know, it's going to get full of all kinds of well, all it's going to do is get hacked and and eventually, you know, get outdated. And so that's what happened to your feet. They get outdated without proper use. How many, I'm going to throw you a curveball here and test your knowledge. How many bones are there in your feet?
Bones in the feet, 26.
26. So I think there's proof right there that your feet were engineered through evolution, whatever your belief system. You know, I believe that it was a higher authority that actually created those feet, but it was created because there were so many bones. Why? Because it was formulated to be able to do exactly what you said, to be able to create balance, to be able to feel and move and work your body properly.
And most of those bones are the smallest bones in your body. They're holding all your weight. So the right ones have to be doing the right things together so that you have balance and mobility and keep your pain free and mechanically working correctly.
Absolutely. I've often been filled with wonder when I look at the feet that with so much pounding. I mean, if anybody has ever had somebody walk across your back just one time, you all of a sudden realize, even if it's a child, you have you're lying on the floor, and your children come and they walk across your back because they think it's funny. You don't realize how much weight is actually on just a 90 to 100-pound child until it's actually on your back. And so the same thing is that, you know, how much pounding do we give our feet every day? It's amazing that they hold together.
Yeah, just walking a lot of times it's at least 4 times more than just standing on them. And then when the runner goes, depending on the runner and what he's doing, it's more than 10 times your body weight coming down on those bones. So it's got to be mechanically right, otherwise we end up with the distortions and the pain and everything else we have.
Absolutely. I want to pause right here and talk a little bit about the social media for Foot Solutions there in Goodyear. Make sure that when you go to their website and that you click on their fan page, that you click on Twitter and follow them. They send out information that's very worthwhile and educational for you to get a hold of. Also, if you go on their blog, you can learn a little bit more about that information, and also on YouTube. So, and speaking of YouTube, we're going to be we are filming this, and so we're going to be placing it on our own Social Universe YouTube site, but also we will be putting it on the Foot Solutions YouTube site as well. So you can go either of those places to be able to find out more information from other videos, as well as being able to get the rewatch the show later. So make sure that you go and find them and look them up and follow them and what they do. But okay, so now now here's the next thing, and I kind of want to set the stage here. I've interviewed a lot of chiropractors, people who work with back health, people who work with skeletal health and bone health, holistic doctors of many, many different kinds that I've interviewed on the show, and all of them talk about the alignment comes from the feet up. And then from the feet, if your hips are out of line, then your whole body goes, your spine goes out of line from there. But it's hard to keep your hips in alignment if your feet are out of line. And I know that from firsthand experience. I was always an athlete when I was young, and around age 25, I began to feel some pain in my heels. And I remember thinking, my grandmother, it talked about heel spurs, and I thought, how can I be getting heel spurs when my grandmother didn't get heel spurs until she was 65, 66? I felt old very quickly. So at the time, I didn't know anything about Foot Solutions or a foot orthotist, but I did go to a podiatrist, and he was able to fit me with some orthotics, and I was amazed. In fact, if I hadn't gone through it, I wouldn't have believed that just putting something on your foot that wasn't even soft and cushiony would help. But it did. Within a few months, my pain went away, and that's when I first began to believe that you should have health from the bottom of your feet up, because everything goes out of line from there. And so we appreciate Art and Linnell coming on the show, because we want to talk about the science of your feet and why it is that you should be taking care of your feet. So we've talked about some free offers that some of our advertisers had on the show. What offer can you offer our listeners so that when they come in to visit the store, they're not just shopping for shoes? What is it that what can you offer them when they come through that will make it a unique experience?
No, that whole Foot Solutions experience is very good, and we offer it to you free of charge. It's a balance test, a foot analysis, and a gait analysis.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I do know I paid for the analysis with my podiatrist, so you
And
guys
a
are lucky.
consultation. And you get a free consultation.
Absolutely, which I did pay for, and I was grateful, by the way, to pay for. So if any of you have foot pain out there, then make sure that you come in for sure. But even if you don't have foot pain, I need to share with you that you shouldn't wait until you have a heart attack to go try to get healthy. Okay, and don't wait until you have foot pain to try to get your feet healthy. You need to go in there, and so anybody, no matter who they are, should go into the Foot Solutions location. To give us a phone number where they can call and make an appointment if they need to.
It'll be area code 623-536-6676.
Okay, that number one more time, 623?
536-6676.
Perfect. And that offer, does that still stand if they're watching it on YouTube maybe a year from now?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. See, that's great. See how I negotiate for you guys? All right, wonderful. So when we come back, we're from break. It's looking like it's close to going to break. We are going to be talking about what that free analysis does. If you just go in and buy a shoe, you could have the right brand. You could walk away with a beautiful shoe that is amazing for somebody, but not for you. So how do you know what is the best shoe for you, and how do those tests that we talk about, how are they going to help you determine that? So don't go away. We will answer that question when we come back. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of The Social Universe, here on Voice America, joined by Art and Linnell Reynolds, who are the owners of Foot Solutions in Goodyear. So we'll be right back. Thank you.
Is there any